This is the Prioritize Yourself Masterclass. If you're joining in and watching the replay, just hashtag replay. Make sure that you have your space set up. I love to burn Palo Santo. It makes me feel good when I smell it. So I always try to start any of my calls, any of my practices to clear the space and just set up. If you're joining here live, let me know you're here. Grab a journal, a pen. We'll get started in just a couple of minutes. This is the Prioritize Yourself Masterclass. I am so excited to kind of just share some of the tips that I have on how you can start to make new habits around being the number one priority in your life. Again, if you're watching this and you're like, there's some huge takeaway big bombs, then you can take a screenshot of this, share it in your social media outlets, tag a friend who needs to hear this, and let's make this active and engaged. So I don't want to be talking at you. I want to be talking with you. If you have anything to say, put it in the comments. Any questions, anything to add, I want to be in this space with you. We're going to take just a couple minutes to let anyone else dive in. Grab your favorite journal, a pen, and if you're watching live, say where you're from and let me know, yes, I prioritize myself, or no, I'm learning how to prioritize myself. I want to know in the comments where you're from, if you're here live, or you're watching the replay, and whether or not you are a priority in your life. I want to know now. Grab some water, drink water, lots of water. I just got done with a surf, and after surfing, I'm always so darn thirsty. All right. Hey, Larry Joe, it's so good to see you. Coming from Texas. So cool. Actually, Larry Joe, someone else is joining the program from Corpus Christi. I wonder if you guys know each other. What a small world. Florida, working on it. So happy to see you again, Tina. Love it. Where in Florida are you at? My grandfather was in Cape Coral and then ended up in Brandon. So I've spent tons of time in Florida. It's also an easy place for me to go and do my border run from Costa Rica. Okay, cool, everyone. I won't keep you all night. Montreal, hey Lisa, it's so good to see you. Happy that you are here. We're going to begin. This is the Prioritize Yourself Masterclass. I have 3 tips that I want to share with you tonight. So grab a journal, grab anything to clear to set up your space, and let's dive in. So what does it mean to prioritize yourself? It means that you put yourself at the forefront of your day. So instead of waking up and just going and doing, going to work, taking care of the kids, and on the go, you wake up in the morning and you feel through a meditation, a journaling session, and ask yourself this one question. I'm going to type it in the chat. What do I need today? Ask yourself this one question. West Palm, small world. I love how small the world is. Hey, Jennifer. So what do I need today? How many of you here watching the replay or on the call live, how many of you when you wake up in the morning just start going, just doing? Immediately you're like, okay, the do list, got to start checking things off. How many of you pause and ask yourself, okay, what do I need today? What should I do? How can I fill my own cup? Is there a pause before you start doing? Or do you ask yourself that question, okay, how can I start my day? What do I need? And then number 2, this is going to be a tough one, and it's you are a choice. You have to choose yourself in each and every single moment. You have to choose what you do and when you do it. So, number one, ask yourself in the morning, what do I need? Let there be a pause before you start running around and doing all the things on your to-do list. And then number two, you have to be a choice. After you check into yourself and ask yourself what you need, giving yourself what you need is a choice. And you might prioritize yourself today, but not tomorrow. And then notice how you feel on the days where your needs go to the bottom of the list and everything else comes to the top. See how there's this dance. Number three, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you saying yes? And I want you to write this down. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. Every single time you say yes, you're saying no to someone or something else. So if you want to be a priority, you have to choose yourself. You have to check in with yourself and ask what I need. And look at yourself and say, why am I choosing this? Am I doing this because I feel guilty? Am I doing this because I think I have to? Am I doing this for someone else? And then ask yourself, is that serving me? And if it's not, you have to say no. Sometimes the hardest thing for us to do is say no to someone or something else. But when you do, you're saying yes to yourself. And by saying no, you're setting a standard for how you allow other people to treat you. At first, if you've been a people pleaser your whole life, can I get a high five, anyone? And you're constantly just people pleasing. The moment that you change, the moment that you start doing something differently, you're going to get resistance. Mom, that's not like you. Where's she at? And it's like, no, I have a standard of how I'm going to allow other people to treat me. Because I matter. Because I'm a priority. And my needs matter. So, what do I need today? What do I need in this moment? How am I going to choose myself today? And why am I saying yes? What am I saying yes to? Those are the three questions. I'll type them into the chat. So those are three questions that you can live by, that you can move through and operate from on a day-to-day basis as a way to choose yourself first. And then there's three pillars that I use in the Live Your Yoga mentorship to give to myself as a way of self-love, as a way of self-respect, and as a way for me to get out of the doing in my life to step into the being, the feminine energy. We live in a masculine world. Success is doing, achieving, being more. But the feminine energy is soft. She's here to receive. She's here to be. Pillar number one is vitality calibration. This is moving your body and getting on your yoga mat. Because you want to have a strong body so that you live a long time. Really strong, really healthy. And so as we move our bodies through the yoga asana, the postures, we build strength, we build endurance. And what you're capable of doing today, you're going to be so much stronger in 1 week, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year from now. And that's going to build your confidence. Because you can see that something you weren't capable of doing in your physical body a year ago, you can today, a week ago. And that's going to boost your confidence. It's going to give you energy, and it's going to give you more life. Pillar number 2 is mindful moments. This is starting the day with meditation and a simple journaling prompt. Make a mantra, a phrase for yourself in that quiet time. You know, I love Lori Jo because she always talks about her slow, quiet mornings. Your slow, quiet mornings are so important. to connect into yourself. And this is where we bring the mindfulness of the practice, breathing exercises to calm our mind, meditations to allow us to come and be still so we can sleep through the night and let go of the doing, getting out in the forward and back into the past, and the present brings us here. This is what we have control of. And when we're able to calm the mind, when we're able to be present, we find a sense of inner peace. And then we can make smarter choices in those moments so that we're in control of how we feel and what we do. And then number 3, handheld community of support. To be held and holded by a group of women who are on a path to prioritize themselves, to reduce stress, to make better choices, to ultimately, we want to come together and be an example. What I love so much about the women in the Live Your Yoga mentorship and all of you that are watching right now is that you are here. And because you're here right now, you chose to prioritize yourself. That's what it takes. Again and again and again. Hey, honey, I need this 30 minutes for myself. Hey, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be able to make it. I have something I need to do in the morning. Setting boundaries, choosing yourself, and then knowing when you do. You know, Bridget, she took a really long time to start coming to the Live Your Yoga mentorship calls because she wanted to make dinner for her son and her husband. And one time she's like, hey, honey, can you take care of dinner? I'm going to go to this call. And she realized that her son and her husband actually didn't need her. It was the pressure she was putting in her mind. And when she was able to start coming to the calls and start implementing the practices, her husband noticed that she was calmer, she was nicer, and less reactive. And so the benefit of putting yourself first is that you're more happy to be around. You have a purpose. You have yourself. You know, when you have a house, a family, a car, friends, everything that you want, but you're exhausted, you're tired, and you're drained, how can you be content? How can you be fulfilled? How can you be happy if you're exhausted? And so many women come to me and they're like, Amber, I feel like I should be grateful, but something's missing. And I'm like, that something is you. What's missing is that time with yourself to know that you matter, and that when you prioritize yourself, everyone else around you benefits because you're leading by example. I used to say yes to everything, to everyone, because I wanted to be liked. I wanted people to like me. I mean, who here watching now or on the replay doesn't want to be liked? But we can get addicted to trying to people please everyone when we can't make everyone happy. And when we realize that we are the number one, everything else goes to the wayside. Not because they don't matter, but because when you have a full cup, you have so much more to give. You're so much more enjoyable to be around, and you're so much more fulfilled. Is this resonating? Anyone here have an example? I'm a big people pleaser and I don't do much for myself. Yeah, Stacy, you're not alone in that. We as women, we tend to be people pleasers. We want to make other people happy. Yep. Snappy comes from being tired, from being exhausted. Yeah, thanks for sharing, Tina. So I really want to leave you with those 3 questions to move throughout your day with. What do I need today? How can I choose myself today? And why am I saying yes? Make sure that you're saying yes because it's a hell fucking yes. And not because you want to make someone else happy, not because you think you should, not because you think you have to. Let it be an empowered yes, one that's coming from your heart so that you mean it. Yeah, I'm tired and exhausted all the time, and the doctor tells me to take time for me. Good for your doctor. You need to. It's so important. And so navigate and move through those 3 questions on a daily basis and let me know how it goes. I know a handful of you here on the call are already in the Live Your Yoga mentorship. If there's anyone here on this call right now that's like, hey, Amber, I'd like to know more a little bit about the 3 pillars, the program that you have, you can use the link that I'll put into the comments after this call and just dive into a 15-minute strategy session with me where we'll just navigate into like what's working for you, what's not working, any goals that you have, and to see if the Live Your Yoga mentorship is a good fit for you. We have a handful of amazing women in there that are super committed and really working to put themselves first. And so my invitation for you is when you wake up tomorrow, ask yourself those 3 questions. Use your journal to write it down. Have a slow, quiet morning. Meditate, journal. I'll pop in the comments as well a free self-care guide. In that self-care guide, what I'll give to you is an online membership that has a meditation, some yoga practices, some breathing exercises that you can kind of navigate on your own. And don't hesitate to reach out to me. Know that you deserve your time, you deserve your energy more than anyone or anything else. I'm super stoked that you are all here right now because each one of you that are here on this call watching live right now chose to be here. You chose to prioritize yourself. And now, after this, write those 3 questions down and start to implement. I want to know what happens for you throughout your days when you start to be the priority rather than everyone else. How does it benefit you and how you feel in your life? How does it benefit your kids, your family, the people that you work with? How is it showing up? You know, in the Live Your Yoga mentorship, it's all about not just going to the yoga mat to check something off of the to-do list. How can you breathe the breathing, the meditations, and the practice of present into your day-to-day activities so that you're a better leader, so that you're a better woman, so that you're happy and fulfilled, and so that your practice is something that you embody. The presence that you have gives you ability to choose your reaction, to choose how you show up. And then that way, you're a joy, a gift to be around. Does anyone have any questions? Any thoughts or feedback that they'd like to share? Cool. Well, again, if you know anyone that could benefit from this, screenshot it, share it on your social, invite a friend. And if you have any questions about joining the mentorship, you can book a call. And I want to hear from you. Send me a private message tomorrow at the end of the day, how you prioritized yourself. Thank you so much for being here. And I want from each one of you that watch this, send me a message tomorrow night and tell me how implementing those 3 questions into your day impacted you. Best pose to open your heart. Yeah, so the best pose for me, I think in opening the heart, is Anahatasana, puppy pose. I will do a demo on that, Tina, for you tomorrow. I'll do a little bit of a live for open heart Anahatasana pose, but I'll also post a picture of it here. Thanks for being here, Kimberly. Thank you, Stacy. Any other questions, you can shoot me a message, but I do want to hear from you tomorrow night on how implementing those 3 practices into your day affected you, how it made you feel. And tomorrow I will go live for demonstrating Anahatasana puppy pose. Cool. Ladies, grab your journal and go take some time for yourself. I will see you all next Monday for Motivational Monday at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Good night.